Greetings, welcome back to Pinkoddbird. Today we are here to go back into this book that we started working on and make a little bit of ephemera for it. Last time we were here, we put the signatures together, and then I told you that I was going to jump offline and do some sewing details and adding some textiles to the book. As you can see, I have done that here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to get started by making my 2017 rendition of Pinkoddbird. I have a tutorial on this if you're interested in seeing the full video of how I did these way back in the day. I'll link it below. So to get started on these Pinkoddbirds, all you want to do is you can take any size paper really. You just want to make sure it's cut to an even square. Since I took a regular piece of copy paper, I have enough to make two here that are 5.5 by 5.5. So the first thing that you do is you fold it like this, like a triangle, and then you take this point and you fold it right down to the bottom. You can use book pages for this or anything else like that you might want to. And then take these, fold it up here, and you take this one, fold it up here. And the reason why I called these Pinkoddbirds a long time ago when I made them was because they were like a pocket, a tuck spot, and an envelope. So that was the reasoning behind that. So now that you've got these folds, you can lift up that first one, put this under, and there you have it. So you have a nice little pocket for your page, and we can decorate this in a little bit. So that's the base of it, and we'll just repeat the same thing for this one. Alright, so we've got these two, so I'll just set them aside. Okay, so next I want to take a look at some of this ephemera that comes with the kit. So I'm going to just go ahead and start cutting some of this down, and then seeing how I want to do this. Actually, and some of them are printed on like heavier cardstock, which is good enough to be you know, kind of like a freestanding tag on its own, but I could always back it and make it a little bit more sturdy if I want to. Okay, so I have some of these pieces cut down now, and like I said, some of these are okay to be how they are, and some of them I may want to back to make tags a little bit more sturdy. Alright, so I have a little bit of, well, you know, the space on these is not terribly large. So I think I'm going to take some of these pieces here and then just layer these on and see if that would work. And then I could do a little book page in the background. Something like this. And if you want to make sure that this can still open, because you can leave this open so there's more journaling space here, just make sure that you don't glue your layering pieces all the way across. And then we'll layer this little piece on here like this. Okay, so really simple, and now we have a little embellished petticoat. All right, so let's do this one here. And we'll pick another piece out of here. Or I could want to use one of these pieces that I had as a misprint. Just like this. And since they are misprints, they have that perfect edge up at the top. So you don't have to waste if you don't need to. Okay, so there we go. Easy peasy. So those two little pieces are done. I'm gonna take these little cutoff pieces that we had here, and I wanna just glue these down to the page. See how many we have here. I think there are enough. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue these on to the page just using my glue stick. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm just gonna trim down the excess. And then I'm gonna cut these down into kind of like tags. I think I'm gonna make them a little bit shorter. That looks good. And then I'm going to cut them down into a tag-like shape. And take these over to my machine and stitch the seams down and then around the perimeter. All right, so here now we've got our tags all put together, and I'm just gonna use, you can use some of these little pieces. I think they would be kind of fun on here, and maybe some of the words. Let's see. What I really like about these is that you can just tear them out. Okay, well, I have snowfall here. just have to figure out where I would like it. I think it looks good there. Okay. Perfect. And let's see. What else do we have here? This little quote. And we'll put it here also. No, I like it in the middle. And of course, if I didn't get glue everywhere, it wouldn't be me. It would be an imposter. Okay, yeah. Of course, the glue had to get on the foil piece too. Fantastic. Okay. So there we go with that one. And we have one more here. We can do one of these little pictures. Would be cute, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we've got those tags and we've got these two little potacalopes. Done and done. This is where everything starts getting so messy because pieces of little paper everywhere. All right, so next I have these. And for these, I think I am gonna back these on some more, what do I want to back these on? Cardstock? No, let's use some more scrapbook paper for the back sides. I'll take this one here, and what I'm gonna do is cut out the little shape here. And I want to make these little pocket tags, so I'm just going to glue roughly because I'm going to stitch around this also. Just a couple sides on this. And we will do the same on this side, although this is one of the ones that my printer printed out weird, so it looks a little weird. So I'm gonna just trim it down a tad bit on this side to make it match. There we go. And do the same with this one. So now we have these two. And then I'm just going to cut down the excess. those are ready to be stitched as well. And with this piece here, I'm gonna just fold this up. And we're gonna make this one a Hermelinda tag. So, cut it down, and then I just want to do a little quick layering here on the front. Some book page and maybe a little bit of scrapbook paper here. And then I'm just going to soften all the edges. And I'm gonna take one of these little misprints. Here. And then we'll finish it by adding one of these words here. Winter is coming. Perfect. And next, I'm going to just take these 3 pieces over to my machine and stitch them down. And I'll be right back. All right, and we are back with the next 3 pieces of our ephemera here. So we've got a good little pile started up, a few tags here and there. Let's see. So that's 6, 7, 8 pieces. I wonder how many pockets there are here. Around 12 for sure pockets. Okay, so we definitely need more. Here, I'm just gonna cut these pieces out. Alright, so this is another one that I want to back on cardstock. So I'm going to just grab my cardstock. And then I'm going to cut them down. And we will take these over and stitch around these as well, and I'll be right back. All right, more ephemera for the ephemera pile. Let's see, I do have these little tags here and a couple more little pieces, and then, oh, this one. Decisions, decisions, so many decisions. Okay. I printed out a couple of little complimentary images as well. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to just get them all backed on some heavier cardstock and get these cut down and stitched, and then we'll see where we're at with ephemera. All right, here's our ephemera pile so far. Not a whole lot, but it's a start. So why don't we try filtering some of this into the book, and then that's going to give me an idea of how much more I need to make. Okay, so I have these divided out. Now I'm going to divvy them up into the book, the signatures. All right, so the ephemera that we have so far has all been placed into the book, and I think it's spread out pretty nicely. There are maybe just a couple more things that I would make to go in here, and I do, well, let's see if we can get one of the, I don't know if I have a scrap now for the corner hugger, but I guess we can make it work with anything. So I have this skinny strap here, or scrap. And then, so we'll make it a narrow one. How about that? We can use this little misprint here. and maybe like a strip of this behind here or something, just to add a little bit of layering to it. And I can stitch that down. Okay, and then we'll put this piece over it. All right, so I'm gonna give myself a stitch here and maybe a thin one at the top. And then, well, yeah, so we can close this top edge and then we'll have a corner hugger here. Also, I might be able to squeeze, yeah. There's a small little narrow word on the word sheet here. So yeah, we'll just do that instead of a stitch. Okay. Alright, so here's what we've got so far, and I'm going to run it over to my machine, give it a stitch, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have it all stitched. This little piece, I made it a little tuck spot for a little tag there on the back side, and then you just got to find a place to put it in your book. Voila. Alright. So I guess there will probably be a few more things that I'll make, but I will do it probably off camera. And then next, if you guys want to watch the cover process, that's I can do it. Just let me know, but I think I probably have done it before, and I'm sure there's tons of videos with people making their covers. So leave a comment down below and let me know if that's something that you would like to see, and then we would just need to get the signature stitched in, and then the book would be done, and then we can come back for a final flip through. So I'm gonna work on a little bit more for this, and then yeah, we'll be back with whatever the next step is, depending on what you guys want to see. So if you like this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up, and if you have any suggestions or commentary, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I think that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned, because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.